In today's video, we are going to show you how to mix a Gibson Martini. Welcome to Thirsty Thursday. I'm Mark. This is the Average Me channel. In today's video, we are going to mix a Gibson Martini. You're saying, wait, I can't believe my eyes. This looks exactly like last week. It does, and for a reason. And I'll explain that reason in just a minute. We are continuing with our series on classic cocktails from this Boston shaker glass. This is vintage going all the way back to the 1960s, and it has classic cocktails printed on the side with all of the ratios and how to mix it. So today we are going to mix a Gibson. It doesn't call it a Gibson Martini, it just calls it a Gibson. So what do we need for the Gibson? We need dry vermouth, gin, we're using Gordon's. That's pretty much it, except for two important things: a lime and a cocktail onion. What? Last week I used an olive. That onion's there for a reason. I'll explain that in just a minute. But let's get started. Now, this cocktail says it is stirred. As we talked about in last week's video, this would not be a James Bond drink because we all know that he likes them shaken, not stirred. Typically, if it is a clear drink, a clear cocktail, you shake it. If it's something that's cloudy or has a lot of, say, citrus in it, you want to shake it up really good. General rule of thumb, certainly not an absolute. Let's see, if I was making a vodka martini, I could crack wise about absolute vodka right now, but I'm not. So we're going 2-to-1 dry vermouth to gin, and then we're going to stir. And you just stir long enough so you can chill that martini. Doesn't take a whole lot. I can already see the condensation forming on the side of the glass, which tells me that this is getting nice and chilled. I don't really want to dilute that cocktail. My strainer. A man needs a strainer. It seems like I forget something every single week and have to do that magic trick, doesn't it? So we are going to strain this into our martini glass. There we go. Now this is looking a lot like last week's cocktail. I am even using a lemon peel. It calls for a twist of lemon peel for the garnish. And we talked about this last week. What I like to do, and all bartenders do this differently. I am not a bartender, but some of them like to just make it razor thin. Some of them like to squeeze it into the glass. My technique is typically to curl that up like a pigtail and just give it a slight pull over the cocktail. It does give the essence of lemon and feeds that into the cocktail. And then I like to just drape it over the side. And our piece de resistance, the cocktail onion. Now, if you've been paying attention, this is exactly, measurement for measurement, exactly the same as the gin martini, the dry gin martini that we made last week. But there is a really important difference. Last week, we put an olive in here. This week, we put in the cocktail onion. Now, I've not tasted it, but it's my understanding the Gibson and the traditional gin martini, the only difference is the garnish. Let's find out. By golly, they're right. This has a slight savory nuance. and it evokes a umami flavor experience. This is really quite different from, I shouldn't say it's quite different. It's a subtle difference. Now, what do I prefer? Well, I would almost have to have them side by side, but this is very interesting. So it is getting a little bit of that savory flavor from the onion that we didn't pick up from the olive. This onion has its own sort of brine that it's taking with it into this cocktail. So you won't often see a Gibson on a menu. A lot of bars don't have the cocktail onions, simply because it's kind of gone out of style. But we can fix that. We can bring it back. Let's start ordering Gibson. See if they have that cocktail onion behind the bar. Trouble is, if they do, it might be 50 years old and you don't really want to consume it. Nevertheless, I kind of like it. Save eating that onion for the end. I don't know what it's going to taste like. I'm reluctant to do it. I almost want to leave it in here until I consume the whole drink. But I know that you all want me to eat this onion, don't you? Not as bad as you think. I don't know if it's going to give me bad onion breath, but if I'm in the bar, I'm smelling like a martini anyway, right? Interesting cocktail. I hope you give it a try. It's so simple, so straightforward, just a couple of basic ingredients and kind of classy. So I hope that you enjoyed. This isn't the end of the series. We got, what do we have left? I did that one, I did that one. I didn't do that one. I got one more. I got two more. Two more to go. And so we have a couple more weeks ahead of us. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by, dinner's ready. Please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner, and don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks for playing. I got onion on my tongue. Thanks for joining me. I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me channel.